and welcome to this series where we will take a look at every stable mod available on Farming Simulator 2022 and Farming Simulator 2025. In this episode, we'll be looking at the horse barn, which is part of the Stone Farm pack on Farming Simulator 2022. In the description for the mod, we are told that the price for the stable is $10,000. Daily maintenance will cost you $15 a day. The dimensions are 32 by 27 by 8.5 metres, making this quite a large stable mod. It can accommodate 14 horses and holds 30,000 litres of straw and 10,000 litres of food. As it's part of a pack, there's just one screenshot of the stable mod available, and this is the one that they provided. So let's go and take a look. This mod looks beautiful from the outside. As we approach, we can see the lovely stone detail, the beautiful sliding doors that are very realistic with those wooden panels and metal grate at the top. And we have the lovely lights above the doors, which is a lovely addition, and I'm sure they glow really nicely in the evening. As we enter the stable, on the right hand side there's a lovely hay and straw barn area. This is really nicely done with the extra detail on the floor so it doesn't look too tidy. They're at different heights and angles, which is really nice. And we've got a couple of tools lying around as well, which look really good and add to the realism in the game. Although I will say this fork is a little questionable from a health and safety point of view. Stables are of a really good size. They've got two big feed troughs there at the front, and they've got a water dispenser at the back. This is an automatic watering system, so we don't need to top up any water in this mod. The detail with the wooden panels and the grates are again really nice. If I was going to be a little bit critical, the walls are a little bit low, but they're probably right for the size of the horses in the game, so it's all good. The floor is just dirt at the minute, but we will put straw in later, and then they'll have a lovely bedding in as well. At the other side of the barn, we've got a repeat of the beautiful sliding doors with the grates at the top for that all-important ventilation for our horses, and we've got the lights again. Just at this end of the barn, we've also got the light switch here, which will turn on the inside lights in the barn there. So if you were placing this on one of your farm builds, you might want to make that the entrance of the barn, so you've got the light switch handy when you come in on the dark nights and mornings. Running down the centre of the barn, we have this decoration added to the timber. I've got mixed feelings about this. Some of it I like the wheelbarrows and the tools leant against the bottom rail. I'm not a fan of the stuff hanging down. That might just be because I'm from the UK and it's not something I've seen before. I'd personally rather see just a plain wall running down the middle that you can imagine tying horses up to. Again, that's just my personal taste. It's in no way a criticism of the mod. And I've soon found a solution for that. Just here we've got this container on the right. This actually fills up with hay as you top up the feed. So that's an interesting way to see how much food you've got in without having to look through the horse care menu. Let's pop a few horses in and we'll see what it looks like. So you can fit 14 horses, but there's actually 7 stables. There's 3 down the right hand side where the hay barn is, and there's 4 on the opposite side, and it's allowing for 2 per stable. You'll see that there's double troughs and double water dispensers. It's not something you really see here in the UK. I don't know about anywhere else, so I'm just going to stick with one in mine. I have had a look on the Ballyspring map, and this mod is compatible with that map. So you could have a horse and foal in one of these large stables, and that would look pretty cute. Something really nice and a little bit different about this mod is that your feed and hay triggers are actually here in the hay barn. So you can pull up to there and unload your trailer. You can't use straw in a trailer, it has to be a straw blower or a bale. But you can use a trailer for your oats and hay. And you'll see on the left there, just in the little corner, that that's filling up with hay as we empty our trailer. So altogether it took about 3 of these large trailerfuls of feed and 3 big bales of straw to fill them up. And you can see now that container there is full, and we can keep an eye on that to watch it go down. And here's what the stable looks like with the straw in, and it looks really quite nice and comfortable there. These doors are cute as well, aren't they? I also have the rubber guard running along the top of the door, which is a really nice detail. And there we have it, 3 happy horses. So one thing to mention is that when you buy your horses, you won't choose where they spawn. So you see here, 2 have popped in the same stable. So I'm just going to move one to another stable. And you also need to bear in mind that you can't place a horse in anywhere in the barn because it will automatically go in a stable. So you can't really have it standing around in the barn to role play getting it ready or anything like that, because as soon as you dismount it will pop into a stable. You can place decorations inside the barn, so you can add a few buckets, a few storage containers, etc. And there's really good scope with this to build around it and make a really nice yard. And you can extend the concrete there and add your muck heap on. You could have a lovely field, a large open field next to it. For these videos, my calendar is set to 1 day per month. So after sleeping, you can see that really the straw has hardly gone down at all, and neither has the food. So it's actually quite low maintenance, and you could just come in with a wheelbarrow and top up your food and your straw quite nicely. With that, with it being low maintenance, you've got no water to worry about because of the automatic system. I think there's a lot of potential with this mod for some really happy role playing, especially with the stable doors. You can have a field next door to pop your horses in, etc. You could expand and build a really nice yard. Now, this mod actually came out at the very end of 2022 mods coming out, before 2025 was released. So I've never actually played with this mod. It kind of slipped under my radar, funnily enough. So I'm definitely going to come back to 2022 and do a nice build based around this yard. I've set the timer very early in the morning to check, and yes, the horses will lie down in the stable. So you can imagine on the Valley Spring map how cute that would be, with a foal and its mum lying down in one of these stables. And overall I think this would actually make a really nice kind of stud. You could get a collection of brood mares in here and just breed away. You can also groom your horses each morning, so that's another element of roleplay there for this mod. Overall, this is an amazing stable mod with lots of lovely details. Some of it's not to my taste, but the majority of it really is perfect. Thank you for watching if you got this far, and I'll see you soon for another video.